Hey there, welcome to my home. I am Daniel Norton, photographer here for Adorama, and last week we got a chance to fly out to Germany to see the brand new Leica SL3-P in person. This camera is meant to be an all-around pro camera with no compromises. We're talking 44 megapixels, we're talking 40 frames per second continuous autofocus, we're talking 4K 120 and 8K open gate video. This camera is meant to be the one that you just bring with you. Leica placed it cleanly between the SL3 with its 60 megapixels and maybe not so fast to shoot, and its SL3S 24 megapixels really fast. This camera is the kind of camera that somebody like me who does a variety of different things might find great. So they gave us 3 days to play with this thing, and let's see how it did. Before I dig deep into this, I just want to take a second to say that Leica made a point of showing us not just their camera, but the culture around their camera. We went to the archive of old cameras, we went to the archive of old photos, we saw a gallery show, we went to a dark room and saw printing. We saw photo things, and one of the themes was Leica loves photography or something to that effect, right? And this was great because even during the actual time we were shooting, photographers had brought some of their own cameras. They were mixing them with the SL3-P, they were comparing them, and you know, Leica wasn't weird about that, and I give Leica credit for that. So anyways, they had us come out to Germany, kind of a surprise. Obviously, we knew it was a new camera release. We came out open-minded. They gave an SL3-P to myself as a still shooter and Fernando shooting video. So all the stuff that you see that's not me sitting here in my office is shot with the SL3-P on location. There was a beta firmware, so keep that in mind. 2 lenses were also introduced. We've got the 50mm Summilux, so that's a 1.4 lens. And this is basically what I had glued to the camera 90% of the time. I'm a 50mm guy, it was awesome. They also had a 100mm Macro Elmarit 2.8. You know, macro lenses are really nice. I did some of the fashion shots with the Macro. I also did just shots around the place. Macro can be so fun when you're just hanging out in your hotel room, right? Just kind of finding little objects to photograph. Really sharp, really easy to use, one-to-one macro. There's not much else to say except, yeah, good lens. Leica has been doing this for a long time, actually, where none of the buttons, or very few of them, are marked, and you can control all of them. And they make it easy. You hold down a button for a long press, and you can change what it does. This allows you to mix up your camera any way you want, right? Change all the buttons to suit you. You can also switch from photo to video really simple with the click of a button, which is, again, very convenient. Well, I wish more cameras just allowed you to set all the buttons yourself. So one thing that Leica was very forthcoming about was where this thing sits. They basically said, and I'm paraphrasing, people that were using the SL3 loved it, but it wasn't ideal for some of the photographers that shoot things like sports or even moving fashion. And so the SL3S was made. A smaller megapixel count, thus much faster, great for video shooters, really great for fast shooting. But let's say you're doing fashion, or you want to punch in, 24 megapixels might not be enough for you. So this camera is meant to be the sweet spot. And I think that's about right. I personally have been on record saying that I don't want necessarily a 100 megapixel camera as my regular use camera. If I need that many megapixels, I'll either rent or get a camera for a special purpose, or you could do something like this Leica has, which is the multishot. So the multishot gives you, I think, 176 megapixels. And normally when I've used multishot in the past, it's like for product photography on a table, but we actually went out and we were running around with it, and I just handheld the camera steady as I could with the image stabilization and was able to nail some really huge files handheld. Would I shoot a portrait like that? Probably not. I didn't get a chance to test it, but definitely for anything that's an environmental thing, you can definitely get those more megapixels just by doing the multi-shot. As mentioned, the camera has image stabilization, 5-axis. I found it very smooth. I was shooting with the brand new 50, the brand new 100, and also with a Sigma 500mm when we went to shoot sports, and I didn't find any camera shake at all with those lenses. Really easy to use. Image stabilization has become a standard now. It's funny because when you don't have it, you really notice it, but 5-axis, it worked totally fine. Image stabilization, dead on. Also, the autofocus, let's talk about that because I think that was a big deal with them. 40 frames per second autofocus. We've got phase detect, contrast, you know, it's got all the mixes that make it awesome. And basically what we're able to do here, and you'll see some clips here where I kind of cranked down the shutter when we were at the racetrack, and also at a medieval fair where basically you can see it's almost like a movie, but at full resolution. Now, the one thing I will say about that is there is a buffer of about 70 images in DNG, so obviously you still have to have good timing if you're shooting sports. You can't just hold down the button. Plus, you would have a really large amount of photos, so don't do that. Use the advantage of the speed, but you know, a couple seconds is enough. we did a little bit of a fashion shoot. Basically, it was a strobe shot in the studio, really fun, really easy. So it does tether, and it does do TTL with ProPhoto, though we were using something else, so we used a Pocket Wizard. In the studio, working quickly, the camera was easy to use, the autofocus was fast. For me, that's a winner right there. Being able to go out and shoot something at 40 frames per second going really fast, bonus, right? For you, and I'd love to hear in the comments, which one's more important, or do you something in the middle? A manufacturer like Leica or any camera manufacturer makes 3 cameras that are kind of in the same mode, but they're a little bit different, right? We've got hybrid, high megapixel, hybrid speed, and then right in the middle, which camera is the one you would want? I think this one works for me. I can't wait till they come out. I want to test it a little bit more, and who knows? Maybe you'll see me with an SL3-P more often in my videos. In the end, Leica introduced a really great camera here. Based on my use of a beta model for a week and being able to live with the camera and not forced to just shoot one thing, I think it is a great all-around camera. I'd like to test the video mode more, but we shot plenty of video with it with no complaints from Fernando. I'd like to do more multi-shot. That was really interesting and tested on portraits. Would I use the 40 frames per second? Personally, not so much, but again, in the comments, let me know if you would. Thanks Leica for flying us out there to check out this camera. It's really cool. I can't wait till it comes out. Thank you for Adorama for having me. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos about gear and learning photography and video. Check out our other channels like Adorama Cinema, and I'll talk to you soon.